Barry and I started working together probably in the mid-1990s. By that time, Barry had gotten established at National Jewish in Denver. We both got involved in national efforts to establish evidence-based rehabilitation guidelines, something that we work on to this day.
It's difficult for me to say when I first met Barry because it seems like I've known him forever. I was very impressed when first meeting him that he was both taller than I imagined and a much, much nicer guy than anybody should have expected for somebody who was already fairly famous.
Barry is one of those just genuinely authentic, humble. He's very kind. He's infinitely calm. He's smart. He's detail-oriented. And he has an ability to be very intensely focused. And I know with some frequency, people will say to me, well, so because they know him professionally or they know him from synagogue, and they'll say, well, what's he like at home? And I go, just exactly like what you're seeing right now. So who he is who he is inside and out.
Barry's accomplishments have been incredibly impactful in lung disease in general, more specifically COPD, and most specifically the physiology of COPD, measurement, and pulmonary rehabilitation in COPD. He was really one of the early champions in actually executing practical pulmonary rehabilitation. Tom Petty, who this award represents, certainly was one of the initial champions, but Barry was one of the practical people actually trying to execute and develop pulmonary rehabilitation programs.
I would have to say that Barry's greatest contribution to pulmonary research has to be his leadership role in the COPD Gene Project, which is run out of National Jewish in Denver. This study recruited over 10,000 subjects and has published almost 400 papers to date. It's really revolutionized the way we think about COPD, and I think Barry's played a key role in that project.
I think of him as a clinician. No doubt he's expert in many other things, but Barry brings the clinician expertise to bear on a large number of areas. No doubt it's crucial for the patients for whom he cares, but it's also crucial in administrative and in particular in research settings. Without Barry's clinical expertise, I do believe that many of our research activities in the COPD area, particularly for large cohort studies, would be severely wanting.
Barry's very generous. He's a facilitator. He's a team scientist. He is not for himself. He's for the mission. And he always has the patient's interest in mind. In the end, that's what we're about, right? We're not about generating science for our own careers. Ultimately, in our medical field, the science is to advance the health of our patients. And Barry knows patients with COPD. He knows people that have benefited from pulmonary rehabilitation. And always the mission is his priority.
He just turned 73. And I'm going to tell a secret on him. He got in trouble at work because apparently he is overextended in their opinion. But they were wondering if he wanted to give up patient care, especially in light of COVID. And he said, absolutely not. That's his connection with research. And he cares deeply about all of his patients. I mean, he keeps a list of them and stays in touch with them.
Personally, one of the nice things about an academic career is that you get to know people you admire and then become close friends, even though they live far away. Barry and his wife Susan and I have traveled with me and my wife Mary to lovely locations around the world in the pursuit of science.
This lovely, calm, gentle, sensitive soul, he really is. I'm tearing up a bit now because that's the human being that I know. And he's not only that way with me, but he genuinely cares about the people he interacts with. And I know that's each colleague is important to him, and he loves responding to people's questions. And at whatever level people are engaging in research, I know when he's working with a resident who may not be familiar with research, that side of him that's caring and sensitive comes through.
Something that people may not know about Barry and I hope that he doesn't mind, but he has singularly bad luck as a homeowner. If he has a house, it will leak. If he gets repairs, there will be unexpected problems. He is not the sort of person that it would be a good deal to actually own a condo in. None of these things are his fault, of course. I will say that he approaches these kinds of problems with singular good humor and patience, which of course is what one would expect if they know Barry very well.
Some of the things that people don't know about Barry, I probably don't feel comfortable saying in this setting. So,
Barry, you know that you and I were privileged to know Tom Petty well. I'm pleased to think that we're both following in his footsteps, and I really think you deserve this award.
Thank you, Barry, for being such a generous, supportive, and thoughtful colleague, and being really such an advocate for our patients. Congratulations. Tom Petty would have been very proud to have you honoring his name in this award.
Congratulations on this award. It's totally well-deserved. As you no doubt know, you're a key person in the field of pulmonary in general and in rehab in particular. You're also a key person for those who've had the opportunity to work with you and look forward to working with you in the future. Congratulations on receiving the Tom Petty Award. It's extraordinarily well-deserved.
I'm proud of you as a human being. I delight in your passion, your compassion, your devotion, and your talent.